Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you notice, I have my eyeshadow on and none of the rest of my face on. That's because we are jumping in today with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Pressed Powder Foundation. This actually just released today. But before I get into the details of the foundation, welcome to my channel. If you're a newbie, welcome. If you're an oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup, and that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashley. So like I said, Fenty Beauty finally decided to come out or grace us with pressed powder foundation. So like any good YouTuber, you know, I ran to the store because it released today, which is the 26th of December, the day after Christmas. And I ran to the store and I picked up the foundation. So I am going to do well, it's not going to be a wear test, bro. I'll do some check-ins because, you know, I'm not the greatest YouTuber, because if the greatest YouTuber, I would have been at the store when the store opened. But I didn't go to the store until 1 o'clock. So it is like literally, if you can see that, it's 5:13 in the afternoon. So, you know. And if you wonder why I have my eyeshadow done, because I want to film a couple more videos after this. And realistically, I always do my eyes first and then I do my foundation. And I didn't want to go back and do my eyeshadow and wipe off some of the foundation because I wanted to do some of my check-ins. I wanted to keep it true to how, you know, it would normally go. I didn't want to have to wipe off, fix up, or anything like that. I just wanted to keep it really realistic for this first impression slash small wear test. So once again, this is the box of the product and how it comes, and the packaging is the same. It's very standard for Fenty Beauty, and I do like how she keeps her brand very uniform. And once again, like I said, this is the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation. It is 9.1 grams or 0.32 ounces. Once you turn it over, you do have the product ingredients on this little sticker right here. And then it also explains that it's a medium to full coverage foundation for all, light as air, flawless filter effect. Basically how she markets all the rest of her foundations. Once you open it up, you have this beautiful compact right here. I like how it stays still within the theme of the brand, but it is a little bit more it's a little bit fatter, so you can kind of tell it's the foundation versus maybe one of her Kilawatt highlighters that I have here. So I picked up the shade 370, and this is available in all 50 shades, the same shades that are available in the soft matte foundation and the hydrating liquid foundation. So you have it right here in the powder. So I think that is great. This actually retails for, the foundation actually retails for $36. So I don't think that is a bad price point. Usually Fenty, like, it's mid-range, but it's not too expensive. It's just right in the middle, and I like how she has her price ranges. So I picked up the shade, like I said, 370. Like before, I had 370 when I used to have the soft matte foundation, her very first foundation. I had 385 in the hydrating because that was more of my summer color. I'm kind of fading. I'm doing a transition. I could still probably wear 385. I did test 385 out on my skin when I went into Sephora. I was like the first person with the tester. Well, you know, somebody has to help you out now because of COVID, so you can't touch the makeup yourself, which is a good thing. It's like a bad and a good thing. It's like, yes, the testers are not all gunky, but then it's like, you gotta wait for somebody to help you. But I decided to go with 370 because I felt like it would be the best match. So some of the key things that you need to know about this foundation, she is saying that it's supposed to be non-cakey, a blurred finish, no flashback. It's supposed to be buildable, light to full coverage, like I just said before, and it's supposed to be able to be layered without settling into fine lines or clogging into the look of pores. Okay, and it's also supposed to be sweat, humidity, and crease resistant, plus has a chic portable compact. I think we can agree on this. So basically, let's go ahead. Let's start applying the foundation. She said you can use a powder puff. She has one actually included in the package. Didn't even open it up for you guys. What am I doing? Okay, so maybe I'm not a good beauty guru. Okay, like I just said I was at the beginning. Maybe I'm not. Okay, so once you open it up, this is what the foundation actually looks like. You have a little mirror right here. Now when I was like inspecting my mirror, it looks, I'm like, is this moisture? I hope it's not moisture. My mirror looks a little foggy. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see it right there. Now, I did put my finger in there. So I'm like, I hope that's not like a moisture buildup. I hope not. Like, I hope I didn't get a damaged package. It looks to be fine. but I was just like a tiny bit concerned, okay? So once you have a powder puff that is included, so you just lift it up ever so slightly, and then here is the puff. It's just a regular standard sponge, and you can lay it back in there. So I do think that's great for when you're traveling. You do have like a little mirrored part right here. I think the mirror part is not that great. It's definitely more magnifying, but it's not like a great quality because it is like a little overlay. But you know, it can do the purpose, like if you needed a mirror. This mirror reminds me, like, you know, on the back of a keychain. You see what I'm saying? Like if you just flip your keychain over, or you know, and you're like, oh, I need a mirror hook. That's what it kind of reminds me of. So what I think I'm going to do, as far as I'm going to bring you in closer, my areas of concern are right here. I have dry skin, like I say all the time. So it does say to go ahead and use the Fenty Skin Moisturizer. I use my regular moisturizer, which was the Pond's Dry Skin formulation. I am going to go in. It says to go ahead and use your Fenty Primer. This is the Hydrating Primer. You guys can tell I can use this. Look at the top. Looks really funky. But you know, the product is gone. So you can tell I'm using this. I do really, really like this. Like I said, I had dry skin, so, you know, the soft matte, I did like that foundation, but you talking about the skin prep had to be, like, on super point. And I am going to use one side with a brush, because you said you can use it with a brush. I usually prefer to do my foundations with a brush. And I'm going to put no concealer on this side. And on this side, where I have more concern, definitely right here, I have a spot. Have no idea why I have that spot. It is so much lighter than what it used to be. I will put a little concealer right there. I have my Fenty 370 concealer, and then we will do the rest of our face to see how some of the products lay on there. And then I'll do a couple checkouts. Then I'll do a couple check-ins through the evening. So let me bring you in to take the 370 concealer, and I'm just gonna spread conceal. Let's see, we'll do this little part. So I don't know what that's about. It's starting to bug me, okay? And I'm just going to take my 4D Kabuki brush by Sigma Beauty. And just work over them. Now, I really don't have any more problem areas other than that. I am very thankful to say, like I said, my skin is just dry. So usually my problem areas just consist of like having dry patches. But at the moment, I don't have any dry patches. So we have that out, blended out pretty well. It's a little dark right here, but we're going to let it be. Okay, so this side, I'm going to go in with the Powder Puff. Okay, I feel like I have my Beauty Blender one, but I feel like I should use the one that come with it. Choose the one that came with it. I can't talk. Excuse me, guys. I don't know what's wrong. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick this up. Now, you do definitely get yeah, see, already it looks good. So what I was saying, when you use a sponge, you definitely get more of a full coverage versus using a brush. So far, this is looking good. I'm just gonna press this in. I feel like it's definitely it's giving coverage. And it doesn't look bad right here, around that area of the mouth. I'm just gonna kind of keep going in. Only thing I don't like is like, yeah, this is nice. It's just flimsy, to tell the truth. And I mean, you can get around the eyes with this. So you have good coverage, but I felt like I could use a tiny bit of concealer right there, to be honest. But I like how this looks very skin-like. And now I'm just going to work it into my forehead. But it looks very good. Yeah, I don't know if I could have took it in that 380. I think as the liquid, you can kind of get away with the 385. Like I still been wearing that as far as the liquid hydrating one. But for a powder, I don't know. Something about that coloring. It just don't work. quite the same, okay? So I'm very happy with how that looks. It looks matte, but it doesn't look drying. It doesn't feel dry on my skin. That is for sure. Okay, so with the other side, I'm going to take my BK Beauty 101 brush. This is a synthetic brush, and I do like how it kind of contours to your face. And I'm going to go in. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put a little concealer right here. And I do have a tiny bit of flex. I probably put more concealer than I usually would put. Well, no, not really, actually. I don't do a whole lot of concealer. And this concealer, like I said, it is the foundation shade. So. Because I don't feel like my under eyes are really dark, but I do have like that one line right there. And I'm just like, I don't really care for that. So I'm going to go in with the 101 by BK Beauty. Like I said, it's a synthetic brush. I can't speak. Oh my gosh. This is what it looks like on the brush. And I'm just lightly, oh yeah. Okay. I like it with the brush too. You're getting more full coverage with that sponge for sure. Like right out the bat, you're just getting more full coverage. But I really like how it looks with this brush. Honestly, I think I would use the brush more than the sponge, to be honest. So it looks nice. My skin does look matte, but it doesn't look overly drying. And I like how this blends in very quickly. When I do my foundations, I want the process to be very quick. I spend the most time on my eyes, and then my foundation is like, ooh, dab, 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 I'm done. Because also, if I put too much on myself, I'm like, who are you? I don't even recognize you anymore. So, okay, so I like how this looks. So, what do you think? I definitely see more coverage here with that powder puff versus here. I would say, honestly, I think I like the brush application better. I'm going to see if I can build it up just a little bit more. You can. It does not feel drying, and it is matte. Luckily this year, I don't know if it's, well, I don't know. I go out every day to go to work, except for the days that I'm off. So I can't, well, it has not been that cold here yet either until like a couple of days ago. Until today, yesterday. But I think I've found some new skincare products that I don't really have like the dry patches I would normally have right here or right here. Or sometimes even just the dryness under eye. So I'm going to come in so you can see what it's looking like. I just got up and I was like, just put my face to the camera so you guys can really see what this is looking like. And it laid really nice over the concealer. And here's the side without concealer. So I don't feel like it looks cakey at all. There's my forehead. My forehead is definitely a less of a concern for me. Like I said, my area of concern is right here. But I think it looks really, really nice. So let me get all about the camera. So I think that it looks really good. The coverage looks nice. I have a mirror right, of course I have a mirror right here. The words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm not quite sure about. So just bear with me, okay? So when I'm looking in the mirror, it just looks nice. It looks like a nice matte finish. In camera, it's not picking up, I feel like, how matte it looks to me in person, but I think it looks good. I think I look blank. I don't look too flat. I still see my skin, like I see my freckles, which I do like. And then, but this area is not so noticeable. This, I still have a little of this peeking in, but I do normally with any foundation. But I like how it layered over the concealer, so you can choose to do the concealer first underneath and see how that works. But what we can do is have the 350 concealer by Fenty, and when I like a little bit more lightened effect, sometimes I take a dab of this. And let's see how it blends out over. It's probably not the most ideal application, it really isn't, but you know, sometimes you got to just make things work. So, like, that's what we're testing right here. Like, if you decided you wanted to go in, add a little cream product on top that did not blend out bad over that powder. Yeah, and it gave us a little more highlighted effect. So for blush, I'm going to go ahead and take this cream blush by Fenty. It's the Rose Latte. I have the Kilawatts, but my Kilawatts are more, they're more of the fun, unique shades. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this Sigma Dual Fiber brush. It's a F55 brush. This is the brush I've been using with this blush, and that's actually like the color that you see stained on there. So we're just going to go ahead and apply that, and that adds on nicely as well. I kind of forgot about this blush for like a hot second, and I was like, oh, let me pick it back up. Now I do have the bronzer, so I'm going to go in with Bajan Girl, and right now I don't know. This is the shade right here. I like this, but I was starting to feel like it was a little light, but it probably isn't. So we'll go ahead and go in with Bajan Girl. I have a rougher 04 brush, which I've really been liking. I found in my collection because you can really kind of get in the contours of the cheek. I really like my other rougher brush, but you see how I was like, I just feel like it's all the same shade because it's just blending in. That's why I was like, I kind of feel like I might need to go up a shade. I was considerably lighter when I think I bought this, but like it looks good around my forehead, but I don't know. Around my cheek, I'm like, I feel like I just need a little bit more. So that sets in really nicely as well. So everything is layering really nice on top of that foundation. Nothing is moving, which is a great thing. Some extra, and I want a little extra glow. I'm going to go in with the Fenty. This is the Stalk'r. This is the one in Mimosa, Sunrise, and Sangria Sunset. And I really like this. So I think it would look nice to give it a nice little shimmer on top of that blush. The cream blush. I do have the one that's in the orange color, but I wanted to kind of put this on just to add another little, like a cheek topper. Give a little bit of a small highlighting effect. Just like I said, my Fenty highlighters are like trophy wife, you know, the Stalk'r collection. They're a little much for my eye look, pretty much. All right, I'm back. I found me some earrings. I quickly did the rest of my face. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, it is the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 palette. For my lips, I don't want to take too much time. Kola lip liner by Juvia's Place, topped off with some Pat McGrath Opulust gloss and the shade Dreamscape. So I have not sprayed my face yet, so I'm gonna come in closer so you can see what we're looking like. I think it's looking really, really good. Like, really good. Like, real, yeah. So I don't have the Fenty setting sprays, but I'm gonna go ahead and use like one of my new favorites, which is the Milk Makeup. This is the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself a good spray like I would normally do in any foundation. Okay, so spraying it also does help with making it look powdery, even though I don't really feel like this looks really powdery. Just gonna let it dry. And so just to help it dry in, I'm just gonna take the Beauty Blender, and this is the set and refresh part, and I'm just gonna kind of press some of that spray in. Sometimes I feel like that spray, even though I love it so much, it needs a little help around my eye section to kind of settle it. So this is what the face is looking like. We're going to pull out, kind of talk about some final thoughts. I have a lot of messages going on, but it's 5:53. Like I said, I have some more videos to film, so I'll do a couple check-ins and see what we're looking like. But let's talk about what I think, my first initial. All right, so final thoughts or final first impressions. I really like what this foundation is looking like. I mean, the color match is wonderful. You can build it up. I feel very glam because I know all my eyes are glam, but I feel like this is a foundation like whether you just want a quick finish to run out the door or you really can take it there to get a great glam look, you know? I felt like the coverage was great. I felt like if you really want to, you know, build up the coverage, you definitely need to go in with that powder puff. If you want a more fine or more buffed out, a little bit more lighter coverage, you go in with the brush. It played wonderful. You can still build it up with the brush. I really enjoy what this powder foundation is looking like. It covered basically all of my imperfections I was kind of worried about. It looks good here. I mean, I can still see a little bit of spots. Even with the concealer, it looks good. It looks good on top of the concealer. The concealer worked well on top of the powder. I feel like her cream blushes worked well on top of the powder foundation, which is important because when you think about it, most of her blushes are really, they're either the shade sticks, like the match sticks, or they're the cream blushes for her standard blushes. You know, basically everything else are mostly odd colors that you might not want to wear on your face, you know, like the Kilawatt formula. I do like that, but for every day, you might not want to venture into that. So I feel like everything layered very nice on top of this powder. The powder did not move. It still looks radiant. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look powdery. I feel like my skin is coming through very nicely, and I just really like the balance of it. I feel like this is also going to be a really great foundation for, like, you know, in the summertime when you just want a light finish and just cover up some areas without doing a lot of makeup. So I'm going to be really interested to wear that during the summertime. Like I said, I went in with the shade 370. It's more of my summer color. I feel like definitely in the summer I'll get the 385 when I get a little bit deeper and get a tan. But overall, I feel like the price point is great. The packaging is really nice. Now the mirrors are like, whatever. I mean, they're just so. But I really do like how the compact. I like how everything is just uniform and with the brand versus like the highlighters, the bronzers. And I feel like my face looks really, really good. I feel comfortable. I have dry skin. Dry, and dry. That's my skin, okay? And a little oily right in here, which is probably great because it saves me as I'm getting older. But the rest of my skin, just dry, okay? Ain't no combo, just dry, okay? Like I said. But I feel like it looks really good. It looks really healthy. And I'm really impressed the way this powder foundation looks. I think this is also going to be great if you want to go ahead and set your other foundations with this powder foundation. A lot of people like to do that. I'm not usually one of those people because, like I said, I have dry skin, so it's kind of like I don't need to do that. I feel like that's going to work well. I would also say that you might need to go inside the store if you can to get color match. I was generally basically the same color as before. Like I said, 370 was the shade that I had in the regular Pro Filt'r foundation. When the Hydrating foundation came out, it was the summertime. So I grabbed the 385 because I knew the 370 was too light. So I feel like it does somewhat sync up, but you kind of need to see it in person because it's not quite the right shade. Everything else is described the same as far as the undertones. Like I said, the 370 is the warm undertones versus the 385, which is more neutral, but it's still just darker and it works for my skin complexion. But overall, I must say that like my face looks good. I feel like this is very nice. I feel like I will wear it a lot. I'm still like doing my makeup going to work, even though I put a full mask on. I still do all of this. Don't ask me why. It makes me feel good. I just do everything. I put on bronzer. I put on cheek products. I just don't do my lip. But I would really like to see how this wears, and I'm definitely going to come back with some more follow-up thoughts on how I like this foundation after wearing it, you know, for a couple of weeks, and just give you an update. And I'm going to do a couple check-ins. So like I said, I have a couple other videos to film, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing the videos, and I'll just pop in so you can see what my face is looking like maybe after a couple of hours. Like I said, it was 5:53 when we did our last little check-in. It is now 6:01 where we're wrapping this little segment of the video up. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts down below. Are you going to pick it up? I really like it. I was excited to find out that Fenty was coming out with a foundation, because I feel like Fenty just changed the game when it came to foundation, especially for like women of color. She came out with the 40 shades in the beginning. Then she extended it to the 10 extra shades. So now we're at 50. So there's pretty much something for everybody. I know everything doesn't fit everybody, but this brand has been very inclusive. You know, she's made a couple of mistakes along the way, but I really like her foundation. I really like her collection products. So I might be a tiny bit biased, but I would tell you if I didn't like it, you know. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Are you eyeing this at all? Give this video a big thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm coming out with another video, which will be very soon. And you already know what time it is. But first, wait a minute, I didn't even tell you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel because you know I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Hey, chair dance. Cherries. 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 Hey. All right, y'all. Bye. I'm back. So this is the first check-in. It's actually 7:56. So like time has gone by because we put this on at what, like it was 6 o'clock basically when we finished. And I think it looks really good. It's really starting to like mesh well with my skin. And I think it looks so good. Like, look, this looks so skin-like. It's not cakey. It's not looking powdery. It looks really good. So far so good. It doesn't feel dry. My face doesn't feel tight. It feels normal, which is good. So I don't feel like I need to touch up. The only thing I've touched up is my lip gloss because I've been talking. You know how lip gloss does, but I think this really looks really good. So far I am very pleased. So I'm quite tired. It's been about 4 hours since I've had this on. Come on, watch. It's 10:08, so I know it's upside down, but there you go. It's 10:08 p.m. So I feel like it still looks really good. Now, I felt like it was settling a little bit right here, but you can't really see that at the moment. And to be honest, my face feels a little dry. Like I said, I have dry skin, so sometimes that is a big concern for me because it's like my face is just really tight. I'm like, eh. But to be honest, I don't know if it was necessarily a foundation, but when I film, I do kind of sit underneath the space heater. So it could be from that because of that direct heat kind of just blowing on me. And I've been in that position for a while. But I think like overall it does look really good. I'm not going to quite end the video right here. I am planning on filming tomorrow. So I will put this foundation on again tomorrow. So 4 hours. I think it still looks really good. I'm really happy with the results. Color looks great. I'm in my bathroom right now. Right now I'm just tired, ready to take off this makeup. So I'm just going to cut this particular part of the wear test short, and I will check in tomorrow after I do my makeup tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm back. So it is Sunday. Let's get the watch together. Okay, it's Sunday. It's 12:56 to 27. So I reapplied the Fenty foundation. I did all my concealing underneath, and I think it looks really great. I applied it with my BK Beauty, 101 brush, which is their flat top Kabuki brush. And I really think it looks beautiful. But I do think that it looks a little dry in some areas. Like, it doesn't look bad. It's not hanging on to dry spots. But I definitely could use a dewier finishing spray. I did use the ABH dewy set for it. I just feel like in here, like I look matte, but I don't look bad, but it just looks a little dry. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna wear it for a few hours and I'll come back and do another check-in. So like I said, it's almost 1 o'clock at the moment. All right, I'm back, and with my last checkup, it's almost 6 o'clock. So it's been about 5 hours since I put this on. And overall, I like it, but I don't think it's like my most favorite foundation that I have in my collection. I'm still going to try it out. I'm going to come back with another update just because I feel like a lot of people do have combo oily skin. Rihanna has the combo oily skin, I believe, or oily skin. I have very dry skin. I don't think it looks bad. It does look better in this area than it did before. But I'm going to try a couple of different skin preps. Overall, it's not bad at all. But if you have dry skin, there are some concerns. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up because I want to get this clip in this video and I need to get it uploaded and take care of a few other things tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this wear test. So we had 4 hours the night before, 5 hours tonight. So it's not a full really work day for me, 8 to 10 hours between getting ready, getting back home before I take my makeup off. But overall, I mean, it's doable. I think some things could be touched up, but I'll keep you updated. So bye.